Before religion named him evil, before the church turned light into terror, there was a fire. A fire that did not come to destroy man, but to awaken him. You were told the falling angels rebelled against God, but the initiate knows a deeper secret. They did not fall into hell, they fell into you, into your mind, into your nervous system, into the hidden throne of consciousness. And if you have ever felt a war inside your own soul, between the animal instinct that wants comfort and the spirit that demands truth, then you are already standing at the gate of the mystery. Today, we decode the greatest lie ever told.
Everything you have been taught about the origin of your soul is a distortion. For 2,000 years, you have been told a story of a war in heaven, a tale of pride, rebellion, and a great evil one who was cast down into the pits of darkness. You were told that your mind is a place of sin and that your independence is a curse. But what if the fall was actually the greatest act of love in the history of the cosmos? Today, we are shattering the greatest lie ever told by modern religion. We are going to decode the true hidden identity of the fallen angels. We are going to meet the Kumaras, the mysterious virgin ascetics, who refuse to obey the Creator's command. We are going to reveal why the entity you have been trained to call Satan is actually the very force that gave humanity its divine mind, making you a god in exile. But here is the catch. To understand this, you must first accept that you are a biological crime. You are a monstrous and gigantic tabernacle of clay inhabited by a lightning bolt of spirit, and the two parts of you come from two completely different sets of parents. In our previous episodes, we explored the Lipika and the cosmic records of karma. We saw that every action is engraved in the stars. But to understand who is doing the acting, we have to look at the 7 creations of the Secret Doctrine. Most people believe they were created by a single god, but the ancient archives tell a far more complex story. There is a radical difference between your physical body and your spiritual intellect. The Secret Doctrine teaches that humanity is the handiwork of hosts of various spirits. First, there are the lunar Pitras, our ancestors from the moon. These are the lords of the flesh. They were the ones who could easily follow the command to create. They projected their own shadows, or astral doubles, into the mud of the earth to serve as the model for your physical body. They gave you your bones, your blood, and your animal instincts. They are the fathers of the shell. But there was a problem. These lunar ancestors could only give you a body. They could not give you a mind. They could not give you the fire that allows you to say, I am. And this is where the war in heaven begins. When the Elohim, the higher creative powers, ordered the most advanced spiritual beings to enter these tabernacles of clay and endow them with intelligence, a specific group refused. In the Sanskrit texts, they are called the Kumaras. 3. The word Kumara means ever youthful or virgin. They are the sons of passive yoga. Imagine the scene. The universe is ready for the appearance of man. The physical shells are walking the earth, giant, ape-like creatures, mindless and senseless. The Creator commands the highest intelligences. Enter these forms, multiply, create species after your likeness. And the Kumaras looked at these forms of clay and said, they are not fit for us. We will not multiply. We will not enter. To the religious mind, this is the rebellion. This is the first sin. But to the initiate, this was an act of supreme wisdom. The Kumaras refused to enter the human form too early because they knew that, if they did, the spirit would be completely smothered by the gross animal matter of the early races. They waited. They practiced what the ancients called Kriya Sakti, the mysterious power of thought to produce results. Because they refused to create animal men, they were cursed to be born in the later races. They were the ones who eventually fell into matter to become the egos of humanity. Now let's unmask the figure at the center of this rebellion. Let's talk about the one the church calls Satan. In the Secret Doctrine, we find a terrifyingly beautiful definition. Demon est Deus inversus. The devil is God reversed. In the absolute homogeneity of the universe, there is no evil. There is only polarity. There is only the centrifugal and the centripetal. The entity we call Lucifer, the luminous, son of the morning, but was the first archangel who sprang from the depths of chaos. He is higher and older than the Jehovah of the flesh. He is the light bringer who refused to remain a blind, functioning medium of the law. He claimed the right of independent judgment. He claimed the right of free agency, to give you a mind, These fallen angels had to sacrifice their own state of pure, effortless bliss. They had to descend into your brain. They had to entangle their divine essence with your karma, your animal desires. They became the gods in exile that currently inhabit your physical body. This is why you feel a constant war inside you. It is the war in heaven playing out in your own nervous system. Your lunar body wants comfort, survival, and reproduction. But your solar ego, the fallen angel within, wants truth. Creation and rebellion against the mundane. The Secret Doctrine states that Satan and his host are the direct saviors and creators of divine man. Without this fall into generation, you would still be a mindless, happy animal walking through a Garden of Eden, unaware of your own existence. You would have no art, no science, no philosophy, and no capacity for godhood. You were given the fruit of knowledge so that you could eventually become a god through your own individual merit, rather than remaining a slave to a creator's whim. But who leads this hierarchy of rebels? There is a mystery in the East about a being that has to remain nameless. He is called the Initiator. He is the great sacrifice. Legend says that at the very beginning of our race, a wondrous being descended from a high region. He is called the ever-living human Banyan. He is the solitary watcher who sits at the threshold of light, looking into the circle of darkness. He will not cross that threshold. He will not leave his post until the very last pilgrim, the very last human soul, has found its way back home. This nameless one is the root of the spiritual tree of wisdom on earth. From him, all the great sages, hierophants, and initiates have branched off. Hermes, Enoch, Orpheus, and Pythagoras. He is the silent watcher of our planet. And why does he wait? Because he knows the danger. He knows that the fallen angels, the egos of humanity, are sore-footed pilgrims, lost in a limitless desert of illusion. He stays to ensure that the fire, given to us by the rebels, doesn't just burn us to ash, but instead illuminates the path back to the absolute. We live in an age where the lunar forces are winning. We are obsessed with the hardware, the four wicks of the physical body. We focus on the lower mind, the fog of recycled thoughts and prejudices we absorb from society. We have forgotten the upper triad, the immortal three-tongued flame that is your true identity. The fallen angels are not waiting for you in a pit of fire. They are waiting for you to wake up inside your own mind. They are the Manasaputras, the sons of mind. They endowed your senseless shell with a mind during the third great race of our world's history. They gave you the word, they gave you the voice. And every time you use your speech to lie, to manipulate, or to focus on the trivial, you are wounding the very angel that sacrificed its divinity to give you the power of thought. Your mind is a cosmic telegraph. It is a picture gallery of eternity. Every thought you sustain becomes a real, energetic entity on the mental plane. You are either creating guardians or parasites. The real satanic force isn't rebellion. It is the spirit of the earth, the blind demon of concupiscence that wants to keep you tethered to your lowest vibrations. The true Lucifer is the spirit of intellectual and spiritual independence. He is the one who urges you to cross the ring past naught, the boundary that separates the finite from the infinite. But to cross that ring, you must become a modern initiate. This doesn't require rituals or robes. It requires a physical rectification of your life. It requires you to stop feeding the astral parasites of fear and anxiety. It requires you to awaken your atmic will, the straight, unstoppable current of fire that says, I am, without permission from the world. You are the miracle of miracles. You are a microcosm of the macrocosm, carrying the same laws that govern the stars and the atoms within your own breast. The fallen angels didn't fall from grace. They fell into you. They are the monads, the indestructible stars of divine light that have been journeying through matter for eons. They are the silent watchers of your own internal universe. And the time of their exile is coming to a close. The cycles of humanity are shifting. The veil of Isis is being torn, not by a god, but by the increasing vibration of human consciousness. If you have stayed this far, it is because your solar ego recognizes this transmission. It is because you are tired of being a mindless shell, driven by the lunar tides of politics, media, and consumerism. You are being called to join the army of the voice. You are being called to become a cosmic engineer of your own reality. The war in heaven was never about a throne in the sky. It was about the throne of your own consciousness. Will you continue to live as a wick that burns out and turns to ash? Or will you finally align with the flame that is your true, fallen and divine heritage. The ledger of the Lipika is open. The fallen angels have done their part. They gave you the fire. Now the question is, what will you do with the light? If this transmission shifted your reality today, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and drop a comment below with the words, "I am the flame." In our next episode, we are going to dive into the most forbidden secret of all, the sixth sense, and the reactivation of the eye of Dangma. We will explore the hidden anatomy of the third eye and how to see the currents of light that weave through all living beings. Turn on your notifications. The veil is lifting. Now go out and manifest. Until next time, Universal Consciousness, signing out.